I think being broke is the only thing keeping my marriage together. I mean that. And I know how it sounds, but it's the plain truth. And if you're still here after hearing that, you probably already know what I mean. If I had money right now, I don't think we'd still be together. Money covers cracks. It buys silence, distractions, fake peace. But when you lose all that, you start to see what's real.
My wife and I don't fight about money anymore. Not because we figured it out, because there's nothing left to fight about, and she already knows that end. When you're broke, truly broke, you stop having those arguments about should we buy this or why did you spend that, whose opinion should matter more. There's no this or that, because there's just surviving. Back when I was working and had a freelance side hustle, back when there was money coming in, even if it wasn't enough, but it solved 80% of our monthly needs, we used to fight all the time. She wanted things. I wanted things. We both had opinions about what mattered more. Her priorities, my priorities. Every purchase was a negotiation. Every bill was a battle about whose fault it was that we couldn't afford more. It was exhausting. But now there's nothing to negotiate. There's no grand romantic moment saving us. There are unpaid bills and a grocery list and a quiet trade. She brings money in. I hold the home together. Sometimes I watch her count change at the sink, and I feel useful in a way I never thought I would. Because this, right now, is keeping us afloat. And somehow, we fight less. We're not happy. Let me be clear about that. We've not made love in a long time, or even showered together. But we're not at each other's throats either. Being broke stripped away all the small arguments, all the what ifs and why didn't yous. There's just what is. And what is simple. We are in survival mode together. No room for resentment when you're both just trying to make it through the week. My parents had silent battles about money their entire marriage. Not screaming matches, not door-slamming fights. Matter of fact, we only knew about this much later. Their battles were the kind that happen in glances, in sighs, in things left unsaid. My mother would buy groceries. My father would check the receipt without saying a word. She'd see him looking. He'd see her seeing him. Nothing was spoken. Everything felt. They'd sit at the dinner table in silence. Not peace, silence. The kind that's thick with resentment and exhaustion and blame that never gets released. I remember thinking as a kid, when I grow up, I'm never going to live like this. And here's the sick irony. I'm broker than my father ever was. Because at least he had a job that got him out of the house every morning. But my marriage is already drowning in silent battles the way his did. Because there's nothing left to resent. No receipts to check. No purchases to judge. And no impulse buying to justify. We're both just empty. I broke the cycle, but not the way I planned. I'm so broke, there's no battle left to fight. This is the ugly part in all this. I feel ashamed and relieved at the same time. Shamed because I can't provide the way a man in old stories should. Relieved because when money isn't the language we use, we speak other things. I'm terrified of what happens if things get better. I know that sounds insane, but we might be getting a divorce. I know it's crossed her mind as it did mine. And given she's made several comments about ignoring the signs she saw and still said yes to me, but right now, we have peace. Ugly peace. Survival peace. What happens when there's money again? Do we go back to fighting? Do all those old arguments come back? Do we remember all the things we wanted and couldn't have and start blaming each other again? She already realized she doesn't need me at all. Right now, I hold things together while she works. But if money comes back, what am I? Just the guy who couldn't provide? The guy she had to endure? A baggage she had to carry? Being broke keeps me below her in the worst way. And despite both of us surviving, I'm a dependent and she's the provider. And I'm scared of what happens when survival isn't enough anymore.
If being broke is the only thing keeping my marriage together, then maybe that isn't the worst trade I've made.
Maybe survival, shared and naked, rebuilds muscle that money never could. If you're in a marriage that's holding together by a thread, and that thread is just exhaustion, you're not alone. I don't know if this is sustainable. I don't know if peace built on emptiness can last. But I know this. Right now, today, we're still here. Still surviving together. And I'm still showing up. And maybe that's all we've got. I'm dad alone. And so are you. See you next week.